Hi, in this tutorial I will introduce you to PCC building and how to use it to create the shape to be used with your procedural building generator prefab. Go to Procedure City Creator folder and go to Module PCC Module folder and drag and drop PCC building in the level. Press G to enter the game mode and position it here. In the General tab, make sure you check Show Building Front Arrow so that you will see how the front arrow of the building is. Go to Subdata and make sure you check Visualize Building Shape. Now, firstly we have to set the size of the base. Now we want it to be like, for the length 7,000 and for the depth 4,000, 5,000. Now move it a bit here. Now you can see that this building has some curve, is curving inward, and our base here don't have this shape. For this particular building, we'll set add base to false. If you want, if it has a base, you can check it, you can make it show. You can remark that for this particular building there is no box shape, it has an inward curve shape. So we will check add base to false, so we don't need to use it. By the way, you can also set the building base height to any number you want, but for this particular building we don't want to use add base, so uncheck that. Now come here to Spline Operator Manager and click on the plus sign to add a new Spline Operator Manager. Now you can set the shape height here. Set that we want it to be to this value. For the base of the building, I think 1000 is okay. Now scroll down until you see Spline Operator. The Spline Operator allows you to procedurally modify the shape of the shape of the spline to create any shape you want. Click on the plus sign. Once you click on the plus sign, you will see this list. You can choose the type of operation you want to complete. For example, by default is set to bevel. Once a bevel is set, go to bevel option, and for the bevel ratio we can modify it and see that it is beveling the 0.1, but here we don't want it to bevel. For the first operator we want to add a point, so go to choose subtype and select add point. Now you can see that it has set a point here, but we want to set 2 points, one from here and one from the back of the building. So we go to add points option and set it to action type to add group of points, and come to group of points. We want to add the point to the 0 here, to the 0 segment, and to the back segment it is 3. We can move it until you see where it lands. Now we want to bevel the point so that we can have a segment here. So come to Spline Operator Manager and click on the plus sign to add a new point, a new spline operator, and choose bevel and go to bevel sub, expand it. Here we want to bevel a group of points, the front and the back, so we set the bevel range to group of points, and we have the point 1 and the point 3. Now it is 0.5 because we have 2 more points here, so the back move it to 0.5, and we can change the point bevel ratio to expand the segment. Now we have our segment here. The next operation is to extrude it inwards. So click on Spline Operator Manager, the plus sign next to it, and choose bevel as a choose extrude for the subtype and go to extrude sub. Here again we want to extrude group of points, so select in the extrude type, select extrude group of points. Now the point we want to extrude is the point 1 and the point 6, I think. So come to group of point and set it to point 1, yeah, point 1, and the point 6, 5. Now remark that it's expanded it. It is because we are using we don't have you have to check right direction extrude so that it will point it inward. So check it, and now we have it, but that's not the shape that we want. We have now we have to set keep extruded point to 2. Now it's moved them inward, but you can see that here it's not what we want. So come to group of point and move it to 7. Now we have our first base. That is all you have to do here. Remember to set your PVG floor tag to be used. Same for the roof tag. Now come to Spline Operator Manager and click on the plus sign to add a new sub. Now we want this second one to copy to use the data from the previous spline. So we expand it and come to spline to copy from, set it to previous spline, then it will copy the data from the previous spline. We want it for the shape height, we want it to set to 2000. Now remember to set the floor tag and the rooftop tag to be used. Click on the plus sign to add a new one. Now we want to create this section. Come to the Spline Operator Manager and come to Spline to copy from and select previous spline. Now it's copied the previous spline before it. You can also copy, you can use spline ID and set the ID of the spline to copy. There is also custom point, but we'll be looking at it in another tutorial. Right now set it to previous spline and click on the plus sign next to Spline Operator to add the operation we want to do here. Here we want to delete the point, this point, to create the shape. So we come to choose subtype and set it to delete point, and come to delete point and click on the plus sign to set the point ID to the one we want to delete. You want to delete the point 1, the point 0, and the point 1, the point 4, 5, 2, and the point 6, the point 7, the point 10, and the point 11. Now come here and set the shape height to 4000. Click on the plus sign next to Spline Operator Manager to add a new slot and come to Spline to copy from, select previous spline. Here we'll be using, click on the plus sign to add a new Spline Operator Manager, and we'll be using the Cubify sub. The Cubify sub allows you to create to take this next the spline you are operating on it and add some cubify and make them cube. Now expand it and expand the cubify sub, and you can choose the type of cubify you want. For example, you can set it to cubifractal and circlify, where it will try to circlify the base of the shape, the base of the spline. But for this particular example, we want to use cubify and expand the option.